Hello everyone, my name is Corvis and I'm here with my good friend Jabu.
Hello.
And we're gonna play some This War of Mine in the TTS Tabletop Simulator. So if you are already if you already know these rules, I'm not gonna explain them in details. So let's start with our characters. We have Emilia, Pavle and Katia, and they are pretty good because Emilia is a lawyer. So at the beginning of the dawn phase, Emilia may raise her fatigue by any amount to lower her misery by the same amount. That's pretty good because fatigue can be slapped off. Pavle is our running away guy because if he is in the group when fleeing from combat, he can reduce the number of backstab wounds by 2. That means he's always gonna be in the Scavenging group, right, Jabu?
Yeah.
Katia is a reporter, and when she's in the group, the trade commission is lower to 0, so that means I think these two are gonna be always in the Scavenging, and she's gonna guard the house for now.
Yeah, I think about it too.
Yeah, because there is always needs to be one and guard. If we have 4 characters, we can choose that one of them might sleep.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so let's see the morning. First of all, we have to draw and resolve the top card from the events deck. Do not forget to add the cold tokens to the cold space in the board and discard the revealed event deck card. So, we're gonna reveal the chapter 1. And first of all, I'm gonna be the leader, and after this, Jabu is gonna be the leader. So, first, chapter 1. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought that it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been a year since the military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilians, still trapped in the city, suffer from hunger, disease, and the constant threat of shelling. It's another day of desperate waiting for the end of this terrible war. Determine the objectives for each of the 3 chapters of the campaign. Find the final object. Oh yeah, that's where we should have put the objective. Alright. Find the final objective. Yeah, we already got that. Draw 2 more objective cards and place them on the final objective. These cards should be placed face up and you may look at them anytime during the game. Remove the remaining objective cards from the game. At the end of each chapter, resolve any reward penalty from the corresponding objective. Oh, so that means we can look at the other one and decide if it's which one we're gonna work on, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can work on them simultaneously. So the first is food for the hungry. At any moment, you may discard any number of raw food, canned food, without resolving their effects. For each discarded token, advance the objective marker by 1 or 2 respectively. Alright, we're not gonna read the reward, but I mean, we should immediately craft 1 fitting for free. Even from the ideas deck, that's good. Or collect vegetables for the refugees. At any moment you may discard any number of vegetables. So this means always we have to throw away our food, basically.
I'm not hungry.
You will be. Alright, reward.
I don't
help.
want to.
We can remove any 2 rebel or rebel remnants cards. So basically I think we should do this one first, because later on we won't really have that much rubble, I guess. So we are going for the vegetables then. Alright. But we will see what will happen. Okay, and this ends the morning. Next player, which means you. So please read the rest of the stuff.
From where?
A new day begins. Outside is an outgoing conflict and sniper bullets for us. We cannot leave the safety of our shelter. I'm gonna read it now. But there are no problems. But there are improvements to be made. We should make this place feel more like home. We can use beds, a stove, or even a radio. But first, we'll need to clear some space. Hopefully, we might find something useful in this rubble. And now you.
We could do 3 actions. Each character may perform up to 3 actions. The number of actions may be less if a character possesses states tokens with black markers on them. I should read it too, okay?
Yeah, you're doing fine.
As shown on the state tokens, the black markers indicate which of the 3 actions are unavailable. Yeah, only one character can be placed on each fitting shelter card and on each shelter action space. Rubble cards and the poke about action are the only exceptions to this rule. At the beginning of each action stage, first action, second action and third action, assign all the available characters to chosen actions and then resolve their effects simultaneously.
We're already gonna read these for the first time we are meeting them. After then we are just gonna do the stuff, alright?
Okay.
Do you want me to change?
Yeah.
After each action stage, we are gonna change the leader for the next player. The 3 available actions are actions on shelter spaces, fitting cards, place a character on a chosen space card, and discard the required resources or tokens from the storage if any are required. If as a result of an action, tokens are created, add them to the storage. Actions on shelter cards. Place a character on a chosen shelter card. The result of an action on shelter card is resolving its back. Some shelter cards, rubble bars and closed doors require placing a certain token from the storage, a shovel, a soul blade or lockpick on that card. In addition to the character, return that token to the storage after resolving the action. In case of a rubble remnants card, instead of a shovel you may place an additional character. Action from a closed door card requires making a roll as described below. Pick the lock. You can roll the black die. It's 1 to 3, it's no effect, it's 4 to 10, discard the lockpick, then resolve the back of this card. So we get some stuff if we can open a locked door.
Okay.
After that, if placing a new fitting card, you may choose any fitting, but only from the deck on the fittings space. Placing a fitting card on an empty space in the shelter, meaning any space without a card or action and without the guard or the sleep on the floor options. Then place any character on it and discard the required resources or tokens from the storage. After that, flip the fitting card face up. The exact description and requirements can be found on the back of each fitting card. Continue to the Dusk phase. So these are the day actions. So first, you will have to decide what are we going to do in this house. But I'm gonna give you some opinion.
Okay.
So we are hunger level 2 with each of our characters, so we have 2 actions for each. Which means I think one of them should check the heap for resources. Put whatever, which whenever is fine. Whatever, just put someone over there.
Okay.
And we have bars, rubble, closed doors, so we don't really have many options just right now. We could also build something right here, because we have 4 wood and 4 components. But what should we build right now? We could build a bed, which is good, but we are not really fatigued right now and we could resolve it later. So okay. I think we should need a metal workshop is good, because let's go to camera 3, because it can build a lockpick, shovel, saw blade, knife and a hatchet. A hatchet is a really powerful weapon to defend ourselves. So I think we should maybe build that, but we don't have enough components for that. So let's check around the stuff. Maybe in the heap there will be some components for us.
Oh, okay.
So for the rest, I think we could poke about. Yeah, I didn't really say that. Any number of characters at the same time can be here. Roll the black die for each character placed here and add the following to the storage: 1 to 4, and you can read the stuff.
So we can find one component with missing.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have some in the heap or in a closed door. So I think one of them should maybe check a closed door and, I don't know, maybe dig the rubble, the other one. But it's your decision.
I think we should dig this rubble.
Alright.
Because it's a furniture.
Oh yeah,
right there.
you're right.
And
maybe open this closed door.
Yep.
The lockpick. Sorry. Alright, you roll for the lockpick now with the dice. 4.
It says 4.
It's yeah, it's good. So we use the lockpick. It goes away in the discarded. Katia goes back to the guard station and you open the closed door. Oh yeah, we got one component and one wood. I'm gonna bring them here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and we have a storage of 5 for the components and wood. So if we have basically 5 wood now, we could do this and then get rid of those. But in the next time maybe. All right?
Oh, okay.
So we don't really have that. If this runs out, then we can't find anything. So that's how it works. So we are not overpowered, basically.
Okay.
Alright, now after this, you can remove this card from the game. We're gonna put it in the waste bag.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now we can bring Pavle back.
To the gas station too?
Yeah. Flip the... Alright, let's read it for me, please. One lockpick.
Lockpick, 2 components, and 5 wood.
Nice. And I'm gonna bring the wood over here in the storage. Alright, after this you can remove this card from the game. Okay, and Emilia shoveled that rubble. You can flip that card. It's gonna be okay. Alright, and there's only rubble remnants, which also needs stuff.
The shovel goes back to the storage?
Yeah, it goes.
Okay.
Alright, and now it's my action turn. I think Emilia is gonna shovel the rest of the rubble.
Okay.
And now we have enough components and wood. So maybe we should build that thing we were talking about.
Yep.
What do you think of the second one? We cannot do the rubble because we only have one shovel.
We can search the heap.
Oh yeah, you're right. Katia is going to do that. And Pavle is going to make... what are we talking about? A metal workshop, right?
The metal workshop, yep.
Yeah. She's gonna... Or he?
He.
Alright. One more thing. A metal workshop... Let's go to camera 3. Metal workshop has a gunsmith's workshop. It must be placed next to the metal workshop. So we have to keep that in mind.
Ah, okay.
Because if we put it here and that heap goes away, we can do it later.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so Pavle is building this metal workshop, so we're gonna lose 5 components and 3 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 3 wood, right?
Yep.
Okay, everybody's got their stuff. Alright, so let's resolve them. Emilia goes back to card. Shovel down here. Maybe put this in the waste, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Pavle builds the metal workshop. And let's place this good looking stuff over here.
Nice.
We can also make it colorful, but I don't think we need that. And,
or make it bigger.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright, Katia goes back, and heap had 1 electrical part, 1 water, and 3 components. I bring the water and 3 components, please. we got it right?
Yep.
Awesome. That was the 2 actions, which means we go back to the phases. We continue to Dusk. Now we need to resolve the water situation. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Dusk. The sun has disappeared beneath the horizon. Shadows and darkness now rule over the city. It is a bit safer to go out at this time, but first we must regain some strength. Water. Each character must drink 1 water, discarded from the storage. For each character that did not drink water, roll the black die. 1 to 5, raise their hunger. 6 to 10, raise their misery by 1. Alright, let's go by that. Oh, we have 3 water, that's awesome. Then nobody's going to be hungry or misery. That's really good. That's something we have to keep in mind, that we need that every day. Alright, and now hunger. Each character should eat 1 or more food, discarded from the storage. Canned food lowers their hunger by 2, raw food by 1, and vegetables, their hunger stays the same. If somebody doesn't eat, then their hunger raises by 1. I think we should all give them this raw food, because then the next turn we're gonna have 3 actions. What do you think?
I think it's cool.
I think it's food.
Yeah.
Because
it's very food.
It's very good. Alright, we gave them those. Then this goes back to the pile. And then I think it said next player, right?
Yep.
Alright, then please read the rest.
We go to the evening phase. Before nightfall, we must decide who will stay in the shelter to regain strength or guard the door, and who will venture into the ruined city. We can only hope to scavenge some food, meds, and other necessary materials. Assign each character to one of the 4 available tasks. The task is sleep in a bed. Place a maximum of 1 character on 1 bed card. Set the character's fatigue to 0.
We don't have a bed now, so it's not available for us.
Sleep on the floor. Place a number of characters to the sleep on the floor space. Lower this character's fatigue by 2.
We don't have anyone by 2, so not really.
Guard duty. Place any number of characters on the guard space to defend the shelter from attacks during the night raid phase. The higher the prowess of a guard, the better. There must be at least 1 guard on the guard space, otherwise see 333 in the book of scripts. Raise these characters' fatigue by 1.
I can tell you what 333 is. Basically, it's the end of the game, because nobody was guarding the door. Everybody just came in and robbed us, and we died, and that's the end. So we're not gonna do that.
It's a shitty ending.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but we could find ourselves in a situation where we cannot put anybody on guard duty. So that's a pretty bad way to die, to lose this game. So let's try not to do that.
Keep in mind that too.
Okay.
With the water.
Yeah.
Scavenging. Place up to 3 characters on the finding spy space to send them to the ruined city during the scavenging phase. The higher the inventory and prowess of a character, the better they will perform during the scavenging phase. Raise this character's fatigue by 1.
Alright, so it's your turn now. We have 3 characters. 1 is to guard, and I think the other 2 should go to the scavenging.
I think Pavle and Katia going to scavenging.
Alright, then put them over here in the findings pile. Yeah, that's yellow.
Yep.
And I think
and then
we should...
will guard.
Alright. Yeah, in the next phase we're gonna distribute some stuff for them and decide where to go. Alright, that was the evening, and now I'm going. Scavenging. It is safer to move around the city at night. Shots can be still heard, but only sporadically. I didn't see that word before. You strap your backpacks on tightly and leave your shelter. Carefully you pick your way through the ruined shops and houses that line the shelled streets. Choose a location. Choose one of the 3 available location cards and move all the characters taking part in the scavenging onto it. Note the rule on the red space of the location card if there is one. Alright, we're gonna do that first. So we have 3 locations. The furthest away is a small apartment building. The middle one is, or distant, is city hospital, and we got church in the closest one. Church is not very good for us because the special findings only contain alcohol or jewelry, but we got a big chance of finding nothing. It's good, really good for if you wanna trade, but we don't really have anything to trade now, because what do we have here? Electrical parts, that's all, and I think we're gonna use that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are not going to church for now, alright?
Okay.
Let's see. City hospital is pretty good because it's only 1 to 3 nothing and a lot of things, and we're gonna no, not bandages, we're gonna need food for our objective. Also, city hospital, return 5 observation cards to heal. We don't really need the heal, we don't wanna trade, so basically chems, herbal meds, alcohol meds. I think this is gonna be our place, yeah.
Yeah.
Book, electrical parts, secret, raw food.
And it's a 50% chance to find something special.
Mostly electrical parts.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go there. I'm gonna put our characters there.
Okay.
And let's go back to the stuff. Choose equipment. If there are any weapons like a hatchet, knife, pistol, etc., or equipment like a lockpick, saw, or shovel in the storage, you may assign these tokens to the scavenging party. Place them on the findings pile space. You may also take any tokens from the storage for possible trade. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, so we don't really have anything to trade. I don't wanna get rid of this electrical part. Mostly we are gonna find that there. We only have a base entrance, which doesn't need a lockpick or a shovel, so I think we're not gonna bring anything.
Okay.
Alright. Let's see the other stuff. Set the noise marker. Yeah, it's already on 1.
Okay.
No, this one. Set the noise marker to 1. Whenever the game tells you to raise or lower the noise, move the marker on the track either up or down, respectively. Whenever the game tells you to roll for the noise, roll the black die. If the result is equal to or less than the current noise, an encounter is immediately triggered. Set the noise marker to 1, because it's gonna trigger it and goes down to 1 already.
Okay.
Draw and resolve the top card of the residence deck. After resolving the residence card, resume scavenging. You might still meet someone else. Continue to the next page. Okay. Prepare the unknown deck and explore. Draw as many exploration cards as shown on the location space of the location you chose to explore. 10, 12 or 14. Place them face down on the unknown space without looking at their fonts. So basically we are on 10. So we're gonna, oh yeah, let's shuffle these first, and we're not gonna shuffle them after this, but the findings.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna need 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 9.
It's 9.
Okay, now it's good. After each resolved card, the next player comes. Oh yeah, now resolve these cards one after the another. Discard resolved cards by placing them face up on the discard space. Whenever the game tells you to return exploration cards, return them face down without looking at their fronts to the exploration deck. All items acquired during scavenging should be placed on the findings pile space. At the end of the scavenging phase, you will decide what to leave behind and what to bring back to the shelter. When the unknown deck is depleted, the exploration automatically ends. Resolve the choose finding stage. Choose findings. We're gonna talk about that when we are done with the scavenging.
Okay.
Alright, are you ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna bring this card down here up because it's pretty far away and we're gonna put it back. So, first, ooh, I'm nervous. Alright, I'm gonna start. Someone is here! Raise the noise by 3. Ah, that's a freaking good way to start the game. Alright, your turn. And we found the basement entrance. Please read it up.
Map card. Check the current location card for basement entrance. If there is no basement entrance, discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. If there is a basement entrance, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later instead of drawing a new exploration card. If we enter, raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise. After entering, add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Also, you may discard this card during the scavenging to draw and resolve 2 findings cards instead of 1.
I say we keep this here for now and not do this now, because if we do this, we're gonna raise our noise to 7 and most likely we're gonna find somebody. I'm not feeling really well, unarmed and everything.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, then we can...
Me neither, sorry.
We can resolve this later if we want to, or just ignore it. Alright?
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna see. If our noise level comes down to lower, maybe we're gonna resolve it.
Yep, okay.
Alright. Hiding place. Ooh, this is good. You may ignore this card or return 2 exploration cards to save it and use it anytime during the scavenging phase. Hiding place. After rolling for the noise, you may discard this card to ignore an encounter or perform a backstab.
Oh, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's perfect for us because I think we're gonna keep it. Return 2 exploration card. And now we can do the basement entrance. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because if somebody comes at us, we're gonna just use this hiding place too.
Okay.
Alright, then use the noise by 3. And I'm gonna roll for it. No.
So far, so close.
Okay, how is it? After rolling the noise, you may discard this card to ignore the encounter. So we cannot see if we just know that somebody comes. We are not knowing who is it. I think we shouldn't risk it. We just put this away. Yeah. Now our noise comes to 1, and we can add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Alright. And also, you may discard this card during this scavenging to draw and resolve 2 findings cards instead of 1. Oh, what? Oh yeah, we still keep it, and later when we are having some findings, we can discarding it for 1 more finding card, basically.
Yeah, okay.
I think. Alright, your turn.
Search the heap.
Right now.
You may ignore this card or search the heap, return 2 exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise to draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck heap chart.
I think we should just not put away some cards. We are on level noise 1, so just raise it and go for it.
Okay, and roll.
Yeah. Alright, we're fine.
It's a 4, okay.
We didn't find anybody. We should discard this card. This is so... And now you can draw 2 from the findings. And this goes away, and put them down here. Alright, and this was a heap, so let's read up the lower part.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring them here. There was one book, right?
Yeah, and 2 mechanical parts.
Wait a second. 2 mechanical parts, yeah?
And we found a broken pistol and ammo.
Oh, you're kidding. Broken pistol and how many ammo? 1?
1. I don't see any numbers.
Okay, that's then it's it. Alright. And now you're gonna roll the dice. And I'm gonna check what we also got. 7. Electrical part. And the other one? Roll the die. Another one. It's 8. Cigarette. So it's electrical and a cigarette. Alright, that was a nice find.
Cool.
Yeah. Electrical parts are weighted. Cigarette and book is not. 2 mechanical parts, ammo, and a broken pistol. That's cool. Alright.
And I need to shuffle back.
Yeah, reshuffle them.